Here we are at the Crash and Bash Arena. We have 32 cars, groups of 8, with 4 cars in each. Let's get to the cars. Group 1 is Fig Rig. Group 2, Spectyte. Group 3, Fasta. Group 4, 16 Angels. Group 5, What For 2. Group 6, Bone Shaker. Group 7, Morris Mini. And Group 8, Gangster Grin. Let's see who's going to be the first to race. The first to race is Fasta versus Fig Rig. Next race, Fasta versus Morris Mini. That race was Morris Mini. Next race, What For 2 versus Morris Mini. Next race, 16 Angels versus Fig Rig. Winner of that race, Fig Rig. Next race, Spectyte versus Fig Rig. That race was Spectyte. Next race is What For 2 versus 16 Angels. "16 Angels" wins that one just by a hair. Next race, Fasta versus Bone Shaker. Bone Shaker wins that one. Next up, Fasta and Bone Shaker again. And Bone Shaker takes that one, no problem. Next race, Spectyte versus What For 2. Winner of that race, Spectyte. Next race, Fig Rig versus 16 Angels. Winner of that one, Halloween, 16 Angels. Next race, Bone Shaker versus Spectyte. Winner of that race, Spectyte. This is it. This is one more race for the last round. And this is the last race for the first round. You got Gangster Grin, Halloween Decoration versus Bone Shaker. Winner of that round, Bone Shaker. This is how it's stacking up so far for round 2. All of Spectyte is still left. You have 3 of 16 Angels. You have 3 of Bone Shaker. Only 1 of Fasta. You only have 1 of What For 2. You have all 4 of the Morris Mini. You have only 3 of Gangster Grin. And you only have 1 of Fig Rig. Let's get on to round 2. This race is What For 2 versus Fig Rig. This is a close one because whoever loses is out. They are eliminated. Let's get to the race. Fig Rig is still in the race. With the next race, Bone Shaker versus Spectyte from Ghostbusters. And the winner of that one was Ghostbusters Spectyte. Next race, Morris Mini versus Christmas Gangster Grin. Morse Mini has that one. Next race, Easter 16 Angels versus Morse Mini. That one with 16 Angels. Next race, the Fasta versus Bone Shaker. That one, the Fasta is eliminated from the race. Bone Shaker wins. Up, Joker Bone Shaker versus Halloween 16 Angels. The Joker Bone Shaker takes it. This one, Gangster Grin versus Spectyte. Gangster Grin takes that one. Race, Spectyte versus 16 Angels. This is the last race for round 2. Spectyte takes that one. Here's the standing so far. Spectyte looks pretty good with 3 cars left. 16 Angels with only 1 car left. Bone Shaker with only 2 cars left. Fig Rig with only 1 car left. Morse Mini with 3 cars left. And Gangster Grin with 2 cars left. Off to round 3! First up for round 3 is Fig Rig versus Spectyte. And the winner for that round is Spectyte. Race, 16 Angels versus Morse Mini. Winner for this race, 16 Angels. This race is Spectyte versus Joker. And the winner for this race is the Joker Bone Shaker. Race is the Morse Mini versus Bone Shaker. Oh, look at that. Don't know how to count that, but he's still the one that's ahead, the one that won. Even though his top flew off, he was still closest with both parts. Next race. Next race is Gangster Grin versus Morse Mini. Winner of that round, Gangster Grin. Here's the last race, Spectyte and Gangster Grin. And Ghostbusters Spectyte clinches the last place for this 4th round. With that round over, here's your standings. 2 for Spectyte, 1 for 16 Angels, 1 for Bone Shaker, 1 for Morse Mini, 1 for Gangster Grin. Who's gonna take it? This race is Joker Bone Shaker versus Halloween Gangster Grin. And Gangster Grin wins that one. This race, 16 Angels versus Morse Mini. Winner for that race was the Morse Mini. This is it before the final round. You got Spectyte and Gangster Grin. Gangster Grin wins that one. Off to the final round. Round 3 brings us a different camera angle and some more. Winner of that race, Morse Mini. Here are your final 3 cars. Gangster Grin, Spectyte, and Morse Mini. We'll determine a dice roll of who gets to be left out. The higher your number, the more likely you are to stay in. This is a 20-sided dice. Gangster Grin is up first. He gets a 7. Spectyte is up next. A 7. If Morris Mini gets more than a 7, he's guaranteed a spot on the final. It is a 1. Oh! Since they are tied with both 7s, this will determine who gets to race against the Morris Mini. And let's find out who it is. The Gangster Grin gets a 12. And Spectyte gets a 16. So the next race will be Morris Mini versus Gangster Grin. Whoever wins this race gets to go against Spectyte for the finale. Let's see who can do it. And the Morris Mini is in the finale with Spectyte. For your 2 cars, Spectyte versus the Morris Mini. Winner takes all. Let's see who can finish it off. This is the best 2 out of 3. Spectyte takes that one 1-0. Spectyte is your winner by knocking the roof off of the Morris Mini. Congratulations to the Spectyte.